One day you're walking along the street on the way to mail a tuition check for graduate studies in early childhood development, and you pass a store window. The mannequin in the window is wearing a perfectly fantastic outfit. At least you'd see it this way if you were of a certain age and gender and from a certain culture. The feeling you get is one of pleasure.
Nice color.
Then you keep walking because you are not the type of person who wastes money on fancy clothes. You mail your check. No new self has been created, but perhaps this particular outfit is so striking that you feel a desire to own it, something your past has conditioned you to feel. However, now that you have become aware of this feeling of desire, you keep walking because you've trained yourself to resist such feelings, and you tell yourself you don't really need to enhance your wardrobe, which is perfectly adequate for who you are. Same as before, no self is created. But maybe the desire is so strong that a thought creeps in, or an image, perhaps of you wearing the outfit, and your desire increases.
Oh, I'd look great in that.
At this point, you're so caught up in the thought and image that you don't really notice that your desire is increasing. Then another thought pops up, and it's followed by more thoughts and images of how really foxy you would look. Your friends would totally approve of this look. Actually, you'd fit in much better with your social circle.
Ooh, yeah, that looks pretty. That looks really.
Yeah. Potential lovers would be impressed, and former lovers would regret ever having rejected you.
Whoa, she is hot. Wow, that's great.
Your mother, who never thinks you look good enough, would have to eat her words if she saw you looking this good. But in fact, you do not own this outfit. In fact, the way you currently look is rather pathetic. More thoughts and feelings arise. You realize that many of your friends probably consider you dowdy. By now, the feeling of simple desire is on its way to becoming a feeling of craving. It is clearly unpleasant.
People always think of me as drab because I can't afford good clothes, and that's not right. I should be able to afford this outfit. I deserve this outfit.
And here a self is being born.
If I can't have this outfit, I will not be happy. My contentment depends on this condition.
A new self-image of you appears, one of being carefree and uninhibited. The deprived self has been upgraded to a self who is ready to tear up that check for grad school tuition and spend the money on clothes. This self has become the self who owns this outfit, a well-dressed self who judges itself by how it looks.
Screw graduate school!
This self, like all selves, is subject to suffering and death. The outfit goes out of style. The body grows old, and the outfit is no longer becoming. The outfit itself wears out. Now the self who self-identified in the outfit suffers until it dies. Note that the vain self is only one possible self that the deprived self can turn into. A whiny, embittered self who does not buy the outfit might emerge, who decides that she is a victim of capitalism and will now dedicate her life to judging other people's greedy materialism. Also, once the old self is dead, new, more wholesome selves can arise. You pass a church and find the music pleasant. This self will also feel deprived at times and will judge and exaggerate. But if one is aware of these unpleasant feelings, it is possible to sometimes avoid the painful outcomes.